Celebrated in Tampa today. They have everybody out with their boats. The river's going to be green when we go up later on. It's just an amazing day. It probably rivals Chicago as they green the river up in Chicago, but this is our greening of our river here in Tampa. Now on this side of our bridge we have our Channelside district. This is where we welcome our cruise ship passengers. Last year we had more than 1.2 million passengers pass through our port on cruise ships. One of the more active cruise ship ports in the United States. Right now we're being serviced by 4 different cruise ship lines: Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Celebrity, and Norwegian cruise ships. Now looking at my calendar for this sailing season, just about every day in the port of Tampa we have between 1 and 3 cruise ships coming into the port of Tampa. And today we have 2 cruise ships, a Royal Caribbean and a Carnival cruise ship. And most of these ships come in around 8 o'clock in the morning and leave around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now on the other side of this cruise ship, we and part of 5, so he ended up with more than an acre, so they were only able to build 9 mansions. So again, we're going to go right around this point, and we'll see all the mansions all lined up in a row. Rivers, and this is primarily where Tampa draws its drinking water from, out of the Hillsborough River. From the sun to the rain, it's been built out beyond the existing buildings. You get a first-hand look at the river. There are fun fact plaques embedded into the walkway, statues of people that have done great things for the city over the years. And underneath the walkway right now, you'll see these pods hanging down. These are architectural lights close to the water that turn on in the evening and illuminate the river in all these splendid colors. So in the evening, the river's illuminated, the walkways and the bridges, all by these different colors. Opening in 1891, the Tampa Bay Hotel. So the Tampa Bay Hotel was built by Henry B. Plant, so he could bring the rich and famous during the Gilded Age of America down on his railroad, and they could stay in his remarkable resort. Now the main building is a quarter of a mile long and sits on 6 acres. There were 511 rooms and suites. It had the first elevator in Florida, the first electric lights in Tampa. In fact, Thomas Edison came up and turned on the lights to make an electronic jewel box floating upon a glass pedestal with a billboard to the future. Now the architect saw the artwork as jewels, so he wants to put the artwork, the jewels, into an electronic jewel box. Now he knew he was building this art museum right along the river, and he didn't want to see any exhibits be damaged, so he put the electronic jewel box on top of a glass pedestal. So there are no exhibits on the ground floor. There's a nice Riverwalk cafe and a museum store, but all the exhibits are above in the electronic jewel box. Now the architect had this thing, an electronic jewel box floating upon a glass pedestal with a billboard to the future. The billboard to the future is the corners of those boxes have thousands and thousands of lights embedded in them, and in the evening a computer program pops on and you get this great light show on the corners of those boxes. So that's the billboard to the future. Now beyond that is the Children's Museum, and then we have this really nice park to our left. This is Ferguson's Waterfront Park, which is really the park in the heart of Tampa. It has some of the best music festivals, seafood festivals, art shows, and in the winter they put up an outdoor ice skating rink as part of a winter wonderland village. our left, we have this tall cylindrical building coming up on our left. That's the Rivergate building. It's one of the tallest limestone buildings in the celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
Stop.
Yeah, I didn't see the stop.
Reading of our river for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I'm going all over my phone in this shit, but I don't care. I'm getting what I paid for. Uh-oh, shake that. Look, she's shaking that. There she go.
I need to like try to get my upper arms and to like kind of match the lower arms.
哇，在这儿闹啊！这船啊，排队排队。The police.
Dang, look how green this shit is. I was wondering where you were at.
You're not gonna take any videos?
Oh, yeah, this part's good.
All afternoon long, they have this big parade route around the streets of Tampa. In fact, the Gasparilla Street Parade in the afternoon is the third largest street parade in the United States. More than 300,000 people typically turn out every year to help the pirates celebrate the invasion of Tampa. Now, it all started back in 1904 when 40 of the city elite formed the mystic crew of Gasparilla. And they wanted to resurrect the old legend of Jose Gaspar, this legendary pirate sailing off the west coast of Florida, pillaging the Spanish galleons. Now, these guys didn't have a pirate ship back in 1904, but they had horses and they could dress up like pirates. So they dressed up like pirates, they got on their horses, they rode into the 1904 Mayday Parade. They found the mayor, they captured the mayor, and then all afternoon long they rode the mayor around as their captive. They had so much fun, they said, we're going to have to do this again next year, and they've been doing it almost every year since 1904. So it's kind of like a Mardi Gras down here, but strictly on a pirate theme. More than 300,000 people typically turn out every year to help the pirates celebrate the invasion of Tampa. Now, it all started back in 1904 when 40 of the city elite formed the mystic crew of Gasparilla. And they wanted to resurrect the old legend of Jose Gaspar. So this is interesting. To our right now, we have this white railing along our right. That's Bayshore Boulevard. That white railing, Bayshore Boulevard to our right, extends all the way to where my bow is pointed right now. So from where my bow is pointed right now, that's where that white line starts, Bayshore Boulevard. It goes all the way back along the bayfront, all the way back to here. And according to the Guinness Book of World Records, that's the longest caving through the islands. built by Derek Jeter as a bachelor. That's forward looking, right? He never had a mortgage on the home. It measures 22,000 square feet, about the same size as the Best Buy store. It has 2 3-car garages, 7 bedrooms, get this, 16 bathrooms, a trophy room, a billiard room, a bar room, a movie theater, a swimming pool, a spa, an au pair wing, a mother-in-law suite, all the things you'd expect to have in a home that was recently sold by Derek Jeter for $22.5 million. And I understand the family that bought this mansion are involved with cryptocurrency, and they have an app to exchange Indian rupees into Bitcoin. So this mansion to our left, built by Derek Jeter, the ex-Yankee baseball player, and he was renting this mansion to Tom Brady and his family. Well, Tom Brady won the Super Bowl championship for Tampa Bay. To the right of Derek Jeter's mansion, the yellow mansion coming up next. This is owned by Brad and Monica Culpepper. Brad used to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer football player. Both Brad and Monica have been on the Survivor Series. Brad now has a law practice in Tampa. And then to the right of the yellow mansion, the taupe-colored mansion, that's owned by Fanny LeCavalier. He used to be the captain of our hockey team, the Lightning, that have won back-to-back Stanley Cup championships. So you might see this is a nice sporty little neighborhood right here. You got the baseball, the football, the hockey, all getting along just fine in this nice neighborhood right here on our left.
Can you imagine paying $22 million for a house?
We're going to swing back by Derek Jeter's mansion again, but before we do, over on our left, you'll see an empty lot with a dock out in front of it. This empty lot to our left, last November, this empty lot to our left measures 3/10 of an acre. And last November, this 3/10 of an acre lot sold for $9 million, making it the most expensive piece of undeveloped residential real estate property ever sold in Tampa Bay. And that lot beat its own record because last February it sold for $7.2 million, and then later in November it sells for $9 million. So that's a $9 million, 3/10 of an acre lot, perfect for your RV or your boat.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
So we're going to swing back by Derek Jeter's mansion again. Last year, Derek Jeter spent more than $250,000 just in Hillsborough real estate taxes for that mansion to sit there. And just to give you an idea... So on our right, we have the Tampa General Hospital. Now, in the early 1920s, there was a Tampa hospital, but it was in downtown Tampa. And the guy who ran the hospital thought it was too small and too old, and he wanted a new hospital. But whenever he heard about Davis's new development over here, he said, "We want in." And so one morning, Davis was invited to play golf with the mayor.
Basically just a barge.
Yeah, it doesn't look functional.
Because I noticed on the Gasparilla they were pushing it with tugboats, like, oh, it can't move on its own power.
It doesn't even have sails.
Okay, these just basically a decorated barge.
So we're coming back into this hub area again. So to our left we have the Hillsborough River, and then going to the right we have the Tampa Convention Center, designed to look like a riverboat tied up along our shore. In front of us we have Harbor Island, today's Tampa's richest neighborhood. Big open channel, followed up by Davis Islands further to the right. Now there are 126,000 registered pleasure boats in the Tampa Bay area, and it seems that most of these boats want to accompany the pirate ship on the morning of the pirate invasion down this channel, as that pirate ship is on its way to the convention center to capture the city. So in this channel, all the way down in the morning, with that pirate ship, there are so many boats, you can basically walk from boat to 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 boat, from one side of the channel to the other. There are so many boats, as that pirate ship has all those boats with that armada carrying along with it, as they all want to capture the city of Tampa. So if you want to see a lot of boats in kind of like a parking lot configuration, just show up around the end of January for our Gasparilla Pirate Invasion and Parade.
Very crowded.
Now on our left, you can see 3 tall buildings. Now the building in the middle, the JW Marriott, they just recently built on the top of the JW Marriott the new Beacon, which is the tallest rooftop bar in Tampa and the second tallest rooftop bar in the state of Florida. So if you want to get a bird's eye view of Tampa in the evening, the new Beacon on top of the JW Marriott might be a great place to explore. So right now we're on Garrison Channel, which got its name from the garrison that was housed here whenever Fort Brooke was in town.
That's the place where I lost all control. When my company bought out the whole room for a night. That was the place where I went.
Hockey team, the Lightning, that have won back-to-back Stanley Cup Championship Go Bolts. They have over 150 venued events there during the year. Everything from Bruce Springsteen to boxing. Just a great place to watch a show along the water. And then we have this green park to our left with a dock sticking out in the channel. And that park is Coton-Chovy Fort Brooke Park. Now this whole park to our left is all dedicated to those who are involved with those Seminole Indian Wars ranging from 1817 to 1858. So both sides, both the U.S. military and the Native Americans, really struggled and suffered during those Seminole Indian Wars. So this whole park to our left, all dedicated to those Seminole Indian Wars as they struggled and suffered during those wars. Well, with that, I see our dock in front of us, which is where we began this adventure from. I think you'll find Tampa's an interesting area down along the water. There's lots of walkways and parks and museums and fun things to do.